Global Star Satellite Communications, headquartered in Covington, Louisiana, connects the world. Global Star Satellite voice and data products offer remote communications for lone workers and backup communications during emergencies and disasters. Global Star's products include Wi-Fi hotspots, tracking devices, and fixed and mobile phones. Be bold, be efficient, be heard. Global Star connects the world. Support for WYES is made possible by Mary Lou Kristovich in memory of her husband, William Kristovich.
I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out, spotlighting the New Orleans area's arts and entertainment scene. Seated at our table tonight, Poppy Tucker, fresh from the Today Show, host of the WWNO radio program, Louisiana Eats. Good to see you.
Hi, Peg.
And we're thrilled he's back, Deacon John Moore, the one and only, who'll be headlining an upcoming fundraiser for St. Jude Community Center. Welcome, sir, back to our table.
Thank you so much.
And Steppin Out theater critic, Alan Smason, editor of the Crescent City Jewish News. Starting out with Poppy first, though. Lots to talk about.
Well, officially, I would like to declare that I am a fan of Miss Ella Brennan. I really am. And anybody who has not yet picked up a copy of Miss Ella of Commander's Palace really needs to. I mean, a byline like this: I don't want a restaurant where a jazz band can't come marching through. And this is one of the most honest, frank, remarkable memoirs that I have read in a long time. It was mostly assembled by her daughter, T. But most people don't know that T had an aspiration to be a writer.
Oh, I
she just ended up as a restaurateur. And so she's been writing stories about her mama for years and years that she knew people would want to know, and kept them. And so this was the launch party. Marcel Bienvenu was there. There was a panel discussion. Leah Chase was on the panel. Eric Paulson moderated. It was such an exciting evening to see them all together. It was an honor to be there. And it is a remarkable book. I would like to point out that my cousin, Tim Traplin, did the illustrations. And of course, people who are not familiar with Tim's whimsical work, a lot of people know his portrait work. He's done their menus for years, the menus at Mr. B's. His art is everywhere in Brennan's restaurants. And Tim did the illustrations in the book. It's just darling.
Hold up the cover, and I love the signature color, too.
Of course. Oh, let's see. Have we seen that on an important building in the Garden
I
District?
think so.
I think we've seen that. But anyway, get a copy of this book. It's really a great read for New Orleanians and everybody. Tomorrow, I have a very interesting task. I'm going to be judging the Home Brewers Division at NOLA on Tap Beer Fest. This is an event that benefits the Louisiana SPCA. It's on the fairgrounds at City Park. It's from 1 until 8. Admission is only $5, and it's a family and pet-friendly event. So you can bring your little pet along, and there's going to be 400 beers available for the tasting. So it's going to be a barrel of fun.
Hop on over, huh?
Hop on, it'll be kind of hoppy. So.
And your little dog, too.
And your little dog, too.
Every dog has his day.
Yes, indeed. I can't wait to meet the home brewer who's going to have his day tomorrow. Thursday, Tujague's is having the last event of their grand 160th anniversary celebration, and we're doing this. It's a joint benefit with that French Market Coffee and Louisiana Eats is helping to throw at the Southern Food and Beverage Museum, benefiting the Southern Food and Beverage Museum, and it's going to introduce new menu items from the new Tujague's chef, Guy Sockrider. And of course, everybody knows Guy. I think he's spent almost the last decade at Thomas Bistro. And he's really an accomplished, traditional Creole chef, a perfect fit. And the menu, it's a wine paired dinner. The wines are always exquisite, but of course we're going to start off with the beef brisket. Then we're going to have shrimp absinthe that is going to have the shrimp absinthe fennel cream on a house-made buttermilk biscuit. We're going to move on to a jumbo lump crab and brie soup, and then the Gulf grouper cardinal with Yukon gold mashed potatoes, asparagus, and crawfish beurre blanc. And then for dessert, we're having a French market coffee latte creme brulee. And the tickets are only $90. It's going to be fun. I'll be hosting it along with Guy. We'll be talking.
That includes everything?
It includes the wine, the food, the demonstration. It's going to be fabulous. So I hope everybody will come and join us. I think Alan might be there too.
Thank you, Poppy.
Thank you.
We turn to Deacon John. You have a special fundraiser for St. Jude Community Center coming up, and you are the headliner, but you're going to be with some good friends too.
The Dixie Cups.
Boy, that's going to be an evening, huh?
I haven't performed with the Dixie Cups, must be about 20 years.
Oh, because they're not based in New Orleans anymore, are
No,
they?
they relocated after Hurricane Katrina. They're now living in Tampa, Florida.
Okay, but they come in. They come in
They
and
come in to
perform.
make gigs all the time.
Yeah, so tell us what you're doing. St. Jude's a very good cause, noble cause.
Well, you know, St. Jude is the patron saint of impossible causes, and they do a lot of great work in the community helping people out. And I'm just delighted to be able to give them a hand to raise some funds to perpetuate all of the good work that they do in the community.
Yeah. Now this is going to be at City Park on October 5th. So
October 5th, Wednesday.
Wednesday. That's a good night. Yeah, that's actually a really good night. And so you'll be performing with them. So y'all go back and forth that night. And this is with which band that you'll be performing with?
With Deacon John and the Irish.
Okay. What I'm saying is so that's the 10-piece band?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of jumping and jiving, right?
Oh, yeah. We're going to be...
Well, we look forward to that. What have you been up to lately? You're keeping busy, huh?
Oh, well, fortunately, I've outlived the competition. We got all the gigs now.
Well, aren't you? I know you've said in the past you're playing for deb parties of people that you played for the daddy and mama's mama's deb party.
Debutante parties, birthday parties, class reunions, like 50th class reunions.
Oh, okay.
Country clubs, yacht clubs. We played for the 175th anniversary of the Boston Club recently.
Oh, wow. Goodness, that's quite the mix of organizations.
Oh, yeah. It's the old, the young, and the restless.
Okay. Now we're going to be showing an excerpt, and once again, the Dixie Cups, October the 5th, with you and benefiting St. Jude Community Center. We're delighted, but since we're visiting with you, we wanted to show though an excerpt from a wonderful show that was done called Deacon John's Jump Blues, and we'll hear a little bit of Jumping in the Morning.
Wow.
Well, now, baby, tell me how do you do? Oh, Lord, baby, tell me how do you do? Well, I want to say, baby, I really got news for you. Well, now, baby, tell me what is your name? Oh, Lord, baby, tell me what is your name? Well, I'm in love with you, baby, hoping you feel the same. Well, now, baby, I really want you by my side. Woo, Lord, baby, swear I want you by my side. Well, you can love me in the morning, keep me daddy satisfied. Well, you're fine in your mind, you're really on the ball. Woo, fine in your mind, you're really on the ball. Well, you know I start running every time you call. Oh, Lord, me, Joe.
Woohoo! Just to give you a little taste. Once again, Juke Jump and Jive to benefit the St. Jude Community Center will take place Wednesday, October 5th at the Pavilion of the Two Sisters in City Park. stjudecommunitycenter.com for more information. It's great to have you, sir. Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure with you,
always.
sir. Absolutely. And you're going to give us a pick of the week of an upcoming event that you're going to be on a little later.
Very special event.
Good. Okay. And New Orleans Magazine's quiz queen Julia Street has a question for us. Last time, Laura Grice, hello Laura, we know Laura, named the European place kicker who used to play for the New Orleans Saints and the country that he's from, Morton Anderson. We miss Morton. His nickname, by the way, was the Great Dane because he was from Denmark. Now tonight's question. According to founder Al Copeland, Popeye's Fried Chicken was actually named after a character in a movie. Give the full name of the character and the name of the film. Email your answers to steppinout@wyes.org. Our prizes. Tonight we have a year subscription to the award-winning, they just won 4 national magazine awards, Louisiana Life magazine, congratulations. We also have an apron with the message anti-anxiety from our friends of wearableVegetables.com. And we have a $50 gift certificate to Kitchen Witch cookbook store on North Broad. And they're still doing their Friday night sip and shop event, by the way. You can visit WYES.org for our online calendar to see our lineup of events, including auditions next Thursday for the Bayou Playhouse, Bayou Kids program production, Christmas in the Land of Oz, and the New Orleans Opera Association's upcoming production of Don Giovanni in October. You can also link to our WYES YouTube channel to view our program. Now to Alan. And is Pippin up first here?
I believe it is.
We are. And before Alan gets to tell us about what he thought of Pippin, we have an excerpt. Here is actor Louis Dudisat as Charlemagne, along with the rest of the cast of Pippin playing now at Le Petit Theater. Let's take a look.
War is a science which a general must use with stratagems and strategies, statistical analyses, to know how many soldiers he's prepared to lose. And now, gentlemen, study this map, plan tomorrow's skirmish. The army of the enemy is stationed on the hill, so we've got to bring them down here where they're easier to kill. So you and the ravine, that's the area in green, will move across the plain where you plainly can be seen. Then the enemy in blue will undoubtedly pursue, and we'll hope to keep our losses comparatively few. And then gentlemen,
and then the men go marching out into the fray, conquering the enemy and carrying the day. Hark, the blood is pounding in our ears. Jubilations, we can hear a grateful nation cheer.
Sit down immediately.
Yes, sir.
And there's an excerpt from Pippin. Alan, your thoughts?
Well, first off, Louis Dudisat as Charles is absolutely superb, especially in that song. You saw there a little bit of Patrick Thomas Cragen, who's very physical. He handles much of the role with a great deal of confidence. I found him a little challenged on some of the higher notes, though, but overall he does a very good job. This is the 100th season of Le Petit, and really, you know, it's a great way to start off their season. The show sports acrobats and aerialists and encompasses a lot of sleight of hand for their magic to do, as it were. The troupe of performers is led by Jessica Mixon as the leading player, and she does a great job. She's helping Charlemagne essentially find his place, his son Pippin, find his place in the world, and to give him some purpose in his life. Trina Beck as Frustrata really killed it. Again, I will tell you also that Charles's stepmom is Frustrata. Another fantastic performance was by the lady who plays Catherine. That's none other than Meredith Owens. She's Pippin's love interest in the second second act. I caught Beverly Trask twice this week because I wanted to go back and see it a little bit more. I found her performance much more entitled this last time around. And Tom Chianfici does a remarkable job of getting a cast of characters together who are in many other ways leading stars in their own right. Callie Russell, Abby Botnick, Cameron Mitchell-Ware, and Andrew Watson, just to name a few. Natalie True was spot on with the music direction, and again, great job on choreography by Heidi Melnar, Julie Wynn for costumes, and also Bill Walker for the set design. I thought it was very, very good, and I'm hoping that a lot of people will get a chance to go out there and see this wonderful production. I understand that next week we'll have something on Steppin' Out on this as well, so hopefully we'll be able to know about that. And now
on to the Sharks and the Jets.
Well, yeah. Now let's talk about, this is what I call the Battle of the Marias this week. First of all, I got to see the final dress rehearsal last night of West Side Story. This is, again, the timeless Romeo and Juliet tale restaged by Leonard Bernstein with lyrics by Stephen Sondheim, and of course a book by Arthur Lawrence, and magnificent singing on the part of both the two leads, John Michael Hass and Tiffany Marie Baer. Their voice work as Tony and Marie was, absolutely excellent. Their acting in songs like The Balcony Scene, which we know of as Tonight, and One Hand, One Heart, was absolutely soaring. There's also a splendid addition in this cast as Micah Richeron Desaunier does the part of Anita. Here she's seen in America. She's great in the duet with Maria in A Boy Like That. And speaking of dancing, Ken Beck was both the director and the choreographer for this. He's taken his inspiration from not only Jerome Robbins, but also Agnes DeMille. There's a spectacular ballet scene in the second act that you have to see for yourself. It is absolutely beautiful. Whether you're a Jet or a Shark fan, there's much to love in this production. The set designs, are fantastic. It really fills that Jefferson Performing Arts Center. And I have to say, if there's any doubt that Dennis Asaf, as both artistic director and maestro, may have bitten off a bit more than he could chew with this production, it is daunting. There is no doubt. He absolutely does, as I'm going to set the record straight, a fantastic job. One of the best productions of West Side Story you will ever see.
And moving on to another classic Broadway musical.
The Other Maria. The Other Maria.
The Sound of Music. And once again, before we have Alan tell us what he thought, here's a clip from The Sound of Music, now at the Saenger.
Hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years.
Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, fa, a long, long way to run.
Well, the good news is really that this is a great, great production. The bad news is that only a few tickets remain for Saturday and Sunday performances. This Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, which was the last they worked on together, does suffer from a rather oversimplified book by Lindsay and Krause, who were some of the best book writers you will have in the business. But they have gone, the production has gone against typecasting. Kirsten Anderson plays the role of Marie. As you can see, you're not the usual brunette. She has a blonde hair, blue eyes, and she goes against typesetting, if you will, for this particular role, but she does a spectacular voice. She's amazing. She does every note perfect, and I have to say that she also works well as an actress in working with the kids. Ben Davis, also good as Captain Von Trapp, as was Terry Hansen, who I was entranced with as the Baroness Elsa von Strader. Melanie Betts was also fantastic in the role of the Mother Abbess. She, of course, helps lead the story out at the beginning and in the middle of the wedding, and then towards the end, climb every mountain. She was absolutely spot on, and I have to tell everybody that they will enjoy this, the girls and the boys as the singers in the Do Re Mi and also So Long Farewell, the little children's parts. This is an equity show. It really is the best that Broadway can offer us. I insist that anybody who wants to see something below 42nd Street down here, way down yonder, to go check this show out, because it really is very good. Great lighting, great sound, great costuming, although I did think that the set designs were a little bit spare. Again, The Sound of Music runs Saturday, I believe, all the way through September the 25th on Sunday. Okay. So go check that out as well. I also wanted to mention a new show that opened up at the National World War II Museum with Kevin Murphy, Danny Shevlin, and Adair Watkins. These are the new stars as the Victones at the BB Stage Door Canteen. This is the latest original production by Victoria Reed, and as we all know, she's done such a great job with the Victory Bells. These are kind of Victory Bows, if you will. They come on like a winging a prayer, singing a medley of hits for girls' names, like in the title of Laura and Candy, Sweet Lorraine, and Oh Marie. Well, they also do a number of songs to their other lady back at home, Mom. And a lot of songs in this hour-long plus medley of songs from the 30s and 40s that everybody will love. They guys, sing romantically, and they bring up a lot of our favorite Great American Songbook heroes, such as Irving Berlin, Rodgers and Hart, George and Ira Gershwin, and Jerome Kern. Lots to go around there. Again, the Victones on Wednesdays with a buffet, and it runs around 11:45 at the start, and the show's sometime around 1 o'clock.
It's nice to see that stage being kept busy pretty constantly.
And they have a very good production coming up that I've already seen sneak peeks of about Marilyn Monroe coming up next month. You'll want to hear about that later.
Yes, I do. Okay. Thank you. And now it's time for our Artist Spotlight. Steppin Out's art critic John Kemp has noted that the paintings of Melissa Bonin evoke a spiritually often one finds when there is this strong emotional connection between art and the landscape and the artist too. Tom Gregory opens a window for us on that relationship.
A dancer who once performed with the New Orleans Ballet Company, Melissa Bonin, is widely recognized as a leading contemporary Louisiana landscape painter. Born of French and Acadian descent, she lives in Lafayette and has a gallery here in New Orleans.
What drives my art today is nature and things that bring me peace, joy, those two things, peace and joy mostly, and affirming life. I used to walk down to the bayou, and when I approached the water, it had such a calming effect on me. I thought to myself, if I could create this feeling in my paintings, that would give my life the meaning that I'm searching for. And so I began to paint those backyard experiences that helped me through that time in my life. I still love the southern landscape and the area that I'm cellularly connected to. And so that's what I focus on, those things that stop me and make me pause. And then I know it's something worth painting. I'm kind of a sensory painter. I feel the moisture, the dew on my skin. I feel the sunlight and how my pupils contract, and I just take note of all the feeling experiences I'm having through my body. I discovered this style, this technique, just by following whatever gave me joy in my studio. And I realized that when I was painting and scrubbing the canvas and moving things around like a dancer, I was happier. So I gave up the idea of painting every leaf and drawing. That's not me, that's not who I am. I definitely focus on atmospheric changes. I don't want detail in my painting, I want the essence. Like, how can I hone it down to the minimal and it still be Louisiana, or it still be that thing that I'm trying to capture? I have been experimenting with everything from wax to spray paints to water pieces, gouache, to just, I'm trying it all because I know there is something there that will give me great pleasure when I find it. And maybe it hasn't been done, so I haven't seen it before, but I'm searching for it. Creating art is a strange living creature of its own. It has energy, and it just, art resonates that thing. It speaks beyond what we can imagine.
So beautiful. Melissa Bonin Fine Art is on Magazine Street, Uptown, and you can check out her website for more details and more beautiful images to see. And now it's time for our picks. Poppy!
Just what we need, more festivals. So Sunday, first ever Fried Chicken Festival, 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. at Lafayette Square.
That's going to be fun.
Well, you know, you drink your beer on Saturday, you eat your chicken on Sunday.
Right, exactly. Deacon.
Chicken every Sunday.
Sounds good. Or pot roast, right?
well,
so what are you up to? Okay.
I'll be performing for the 50th anniversary gala of the Amistad Research Center at Tulane University. That's Friday the 30th, and it's going to be a 2-act play about the history of black people from slavery through the civil rights movement, and we have all the great songs from the Harlem Renaissance, the field songs from the laborers, and it's just going to be fantastic.
So it's more than just a concert, it's actually this presentation.
Yeah, it's a 2-act play about the history of black people in America and all the art and the culture and all the contributions that were made, and most of them are housed at the Amistad Research Center.
Which is a very important research center, by the way. Having spent lots of time there.
Indeed.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Alan.
Okay, I'm going to be off next week, but I would be remiss if I didn't remind everybody about Judy Kuhn, fresh off of her run in Fun Home and about to go into the role of Goldie in Fiddler on the Roof. She's going to be one of the guest stars with Seth Rudetsky at the Broadway at Noka series that Mark Cartelli's been presenting. It's going to be Thursday, October the 6th. Tickets range from $35 to $75. It'll be at Noka. It should be a night to remember.
All right, and thank you. And Southern Rep, by the way, Southern Rep Theater will be giving tours of their new space at St. Rose de Lima Church on Bayou Road. That's tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. And right across from Bayou Road, Kitchen Witch, one of our favorite places, will be the host of Mid-City Errands, the author of Mid-City Errands, and they'll be serving mimosas at 11 o'clock, and should be really fun with Ron Fisher with his signing at noon. And on Sunday, Musica de Camera kicks off their new concert season with favorites, music we like performing over the past 50 years. Wow. It will start at 3 p.m. at St. Joseph Abbey Church in Covington. So nice to hear that they've gotten back up after the floods a few months ago. And Opera Creole and many other artists will be performing at Ray Memorial United Methodist Church on hosting New Orleans Concert Across America. It's a national concert series, and it's the New Orleans version to hopefully end gun violence, and that's at 6 p.m. on Sunday. And Ashe Cultural Center is also a sponsor. Architectural historian Elizabeth Porterfield will be giving a free lecture, I love this, on the history of air conditioning. That's next Friday evening at Get Your House Museum, and that's on Royal Street in the Quarter. And in case you haven't seen it yet, Harry Marone's exhibit, Figures, People Who Amuse, Provoke and Inspire, has been extended through October 3rd at Crescent's Fine Art Gallery on Chartres. And now, here's actress Beverly Trask and the cast of Le Petit's Pippin with the song No Time at All. Thank you, Deacon John. Thank you all so much. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Now, I never wondered if I was afraid when there was a challenge to take. And I never thought about how much I weighed when there was still one piece of cake. Maybe it's meant the hours I'd spent feeling broken and bent and unwell. But there's still no cure more heaven sent than a chance to raise some hell. Everybody! Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time, the spring will turn to fall. In just no time at all.
Global Star Satellite Communications, headquartered in Covington, Louisiana, connects the world. Global Star Satellite voice and data products offer remote communications for lone workers and backup communications during emergencies and disasters. Global Star's products include Wi-Fi hotspots, tracking devices, and fixed and mobile phones. Be bold, be efficient, be heard. Global Star connects the world.